Why are you still awake? Because I have to work in the morning, which means I totally should be sleeping, but I'm drowning in depression and anxiety because I can't stand my job, so here I am, knowing I will be extra miserable working a 10-hour shift on no sleep. I was the same, and here after 9 years quitting my abusive job for another one on this very Tuesday. So this time I am awake out there celebrating. Smile, there will be better opportunities for you as well, I believe. Keep on keeping on. Thank you. I've been with this company for 8 years, so I feel that it's very similar for me. I just completed an interview for a job that pays about 20k more annually than my current position, and the company seems much better than my current one. They seemed like they really liked me, so I'm really hoping to have an offer letter soon. Congratulations on your new job. A ripe banana isn't very acidic, (6.5). But a fresh banana is down around a pH of 4. 2 points is enough to plot a line. So we can extrapolate that a banana must have the pH of battery acid, (1.0, just a bit before it would usually come off the tree. If you ate a banana still in a tree by accident, that suggests you are habitually in a tree eating bananas, and so you are probably a monkey or a tropical bird. That correlates with what we know, that you find simple written instructions to be unclear. So I think everything checks out, so my advice is to wait until the bananas turn yellow to eat them. Willpower or just not being conscious of your actions. That's why I suggested a form of cognitive behavioral therapy. Every time you reach for your phone, or habit you're trying to curb, you think about how it feels doing it, or in your phone's case why you're reaching for it and what you feel during your usage, and erase that notion of willpower as a thing you possess or not, via it more of something you can form, nurture and grow. Nope, not at all. It's the summer holidays and there's literally nothing to do, probably why I'm always on my phone. And yeah, with the detox thing I delete the apps then re-download them like an idiot. But do you know what, today I start my detox journey properly. Hopefully, fingers crossed. The Category 4 hurricane is due to hit my city tomorrow, and we have no idea how long the power and running water will last after we wake up. My husband and I are currently stuck in a cycle of filling the water filter, then filling every vessel we have in the house, so we'll have reserves for a few days. It's kind of one of those things best done at the last, responsible minute, so that you have the maximum amount of time before the water you saved starts to get weird. Edit. Thank you, lovely people of Reddit. All the well wishes mean a lot. Probably won't be able to get back on for a while, but I'll do my best to let you all know how it goes. If I sleep at once this minute, if I doze and drift away, if I dream and revel in it, then I'll have a lovely day. All I need to do is do it, simply close my eyes a while, settle back and slumber through it, snoozing softly with a smile. Right. Okay, I'm still not sleeping. This is normal. This is fine, though I see the dawn light peeping, and the first of morning shine. That's okay, though time is fading. I still have a whole load more, 6 whole happy hours for trading. Now I've 5. And now I've 4. I'm currently sitting in an exam room with my husband. My cat, George, is being put down tonight. ''S. Heartbreaking. You can see a photo of him pinned to my profile. He thought he was a board game, and now he's gone. Very quick edit to add, George, aka Biggie Fluffy, which is what he was often called at home, passed away at 2:34 a.m. EST on August 29/21. It's not fair, my voice is non-existent and I genuinely don't think I can sleep because I can bear not waking up to his characteristic meow. He would always greet everyone at the door with his head held high, and he'd always headbutt you in the shins. He suffered from a bowel obstruction or pancreatitis. We didn't know what it was and we had the blood work to diagnose him sent off today. But George knew it was time to go. He left this world purring him, knowing his parents loved him. I sang Love Never Dies for him. He always loved to hear me sing. But now I think my singing voice is gone forever. I don't think I can sing ever again, not without Biggie Fluffy there to join in while I do the dishes. Reflex is a word. It's just not the same thing as acid reflux. A reflex is an involuntary reaction to something, like that part of your knee being tapped at the doctor and reflexively kicking your leg, or air being blown into your eye and you reflexively blink. Babies have a reflex to grip their hand into a fist when you put a finger etc. in their hand. Reflux literally means backwards flow, or repeated flow, or flowing the opposite direction to usual. So it's your stomach acid that's meant to be going down your body, making its way up your throat towards your mouth. Wish I fucking knew. I'm tired. I want to sleep, but my pillows randomly feel like rock. I can't find a comfortable position and every small twitch of the cat at the foot of my bed is like someone shaking the bed. Tried for 3 hours, can't sleep. Now I can remember if I took my diabetic meds, which has me wide awake. Pretty sure I'm just not sleeping tonight. Get up, seriously. Get out of bed. Take a walk around your home. Stretch. Do some deep breathing. Maybe do a very small chore like washing a single dish or starting a small load of laundry. Give yourself 10 minutes or so, then get back in bed. From a sporadic insomniac, just give it a try. By the way, I dated a girl for 3 years. Toxic half relationship, me being a big part of the toxicity. She eventually broke up with me. We were apart for 1 year. Not even texting, and luckily we never bumped into each other. After a year, one called her and she agreed to meet with me. I was quite different. We ended up giving it one more try. We lasted 4 years in that relationship, until we got married, and well, here we are, almost 4-year marriage. My point was, people change and might well be worth a try. Proceed carefully. Can't get comfortable at all. No idea how to properly describe it, but my entire torso area, can't seem to localize it further than that. Feels heavy / uncomfortable / feels like TV static kinda. Not really sure, it's just not normal, and I know this because 1. I can remember that I didn't used to feel like this, and 2. I can just be watching TV / socializing / playing video games and it's all I can think and out. Edit. Kinda feels like the physical manifestation of film grain. Because I had a weird dream. That started as a Far From Home buddy comedy where Iron Man was still alive, but it was just RDJ and Tom Holland role, along with a What If, Blade X Black Panther hybrid the budget Wesley Snipes. Cut forward a bit and they're being brought into an embassy of sorts in a European country. They're left in a hotel-style room where the walls are made of various versions of vibranium. They somehow leave the whole building in Iron Man-style handcuffs. RDJ stating nobody questions you when you're being lead in handcuffs. They make it to their car, where it cuts to first person me in control of TH trying to make a getaway with full manual control in the car. So there's me annoyed I actually have to use my driving skills. Eventually things get kind of real on the highway when TH asks a bunch of questions about one of RDJ's films, to which he loses it and says it wasn't at his choice to cut him from the cast. Fij made him choose. After an hour or so of driving, they eventually pull off into a countryside lane which looks somewhat British. Turning on the radio gives a female tour guide who describes the local area as if it were a comedic parody of the UK in America. After driving down this country road, we hit a dead end at a field gate with a Welsh flag on it, where I wake up and promptly write down as many details of this weird adventure as I can. Because last night, it's morning here. My mind just didn't want to sleep. Kept thinking about my grandma who raised me and is currently on her deathbed whilst I cannot visit. The ongoing sexual harassment by one of my managers at work and the right strategy to tell on him. The sheer amount of work I have to do right now due to the situation in Afghanistan. I'm a family reunification layer for refugees. My master's degree for which classes start this week. My EMDR therapy for my rape trauma that starts this month. the need to take up workouts again cause I'm getting fatter, and how the hell I can handle all of this whilst still taking perfect care of my 2-year-old daughter who, by the way, doesn't nap during the day and still doesn't sleep through the night. 3 a.m. right now. This whole last year I have struggled to sleep so much. When I try I toss and turn for an hour before getting back on my phone and immediately feeling sleepy and ready to try again, only for the same thing to happen. I've gotten to the point where I can only fall asleep while watching YouTube videos. I think because my mind is constantly racing, it's impossible to clear it long enough to fall asleep. So being focused on something else is the only time it's quiet. No thoughts about that day or the next day. No memories of lifeguard tryouts and other embarrassing moments. No voice screaming at me telling me how useless and pathetic I am. Just the cold side of the pillow and finding out if you can beat Skyrim as a ditto. I have a bad sleep schedule, and the anxiety that college starts on Wednesday doesn't help me at all. I've been going to sleep at 5 a.m. and I really need to fix it. I asked my mom if I can get melatonin gummies just for those restless nights, but she believes I will rely on them more often and get addicted. I still have to follow her rules because I live under her house. I hope everyone gets a good night's sleep in this thread. I can do it all. I will now just stare at my ceiling. It's 1:37 a.m. here in California. There was a fire on the hill behind my house. We called it in, and then my wife and I loaded our daughters and our dog into her car and they went to Grandma's house. I've been spraying down the hillside and stopping little embers from starting something bigger. Fire department has shown up in force and I think we're all good. So now I'm sitting in my smoky backyard, staring at the hill, drinking a beer and checking Reddit. Put in my first offer on a house today and I'm anxious about whether or not the offer will be accepted. I am haunted by the possibility of both receiving a confirmation because JFC, the debt I'll be in, and the reception of a rejection because gosh damn, I really loved that damn house. Will I know by tomorrow? What time tomorrow? Was my offer enough? Was it too much? Did I make the right decision? Can I be so lucky? Is this house the one I raised my family in? Will I always regret it whether it's mine or not? My brain and my heart hurts. Doesn't help I can't even have a drink or smoke a cigarette because I'm growing a human inside my body. At least I've got Reddit. I don't have work tomorrow, and the night is when I feel safest. It's so quiet and I don't have any obligations to anyone. Just me and my cat. Days can be kinda tough because they're so busy and my job is important to me, so I take it seriously. But I'm also going through a breakup and can sleep a lot of the time. I'm rewatching The Expanse because it was our show, and now I want it to feel like it's just mine. Just my experience with it. Restarting a new life after a long time with someone is hard. I'm having to learn to unlove him, to let us go because it wasn't healthy or happy anymore. No matter how hard I tried, it never was going to be. I couldn't make him happy. I hope he figures it out and doesn't just take the next person who falls for him and suck them dry too, just to them spit them out. Filed for divorce after 10 years. Lots of bad things happened to lead to that. She tried to take the kids. I spent everything to make sure I still had them at least 50-50. Lost my house, retirement, all investments. Was hospitalized for 6 days due to stress-related issues and could not eat or drink for 3 days. Immediately terminated from my career of almost 10 years with no reason. Severance ends at the end of the month. I owe child support. I filed for unemployment but nothing yet. I'm fucking terrified. Fucking stressed. I haven't slept well in weeks without alcohol. I'm trying to make the biggest geographical move I've made so far, and I know as soon as I tell my parents they will voice their disapproval. My resentment and avoidance of talking to them has kept me wide awake. Plus, I'm leaping without a job lined up, so I'm currently trying to brainstorm how I can make extra pocket change in these next few weeks without going insane. Between lining up a new apartment and finding someone to fill my apartment in a very difficult real estate area. I'm trying to warm up to the idea of camming again for some extra cash, but Christ, with the COVID weight and my mental state, not sure I can endure that. I'm so freaking close to cracking my dudes. Tonight I went out with a lot of friends. I just wanted to go drinking with my friends where all of our schedules didn't conflict. Earlier today, one of my close friends who was planning the night out with me asked if I would mind if she invited my ex-girlfriend out with us. I wanted everyone to feel accepted and no one left out because of me, so I told my friend of course. However, this specific ex-girlfriend was my first love and caused me to go into a pretty heavy depression after we broke up. So I was reasonably nervous and sick to my stomach. I powered through the nervousness and tried not to let it show, but when I saw her, all of those feelings came flooding back. Like a tidal wave hit a collapsing floodgate, and what was empty for so long was filled to the brim. I tried to play it cool over the night, even having a few conversations with her. I was the DD for some of my friends and we split up for the night, but now I'm laying here at my place all alone and she's all I can think about. I'm thinking about how it's probably best if I leave her alone. She just came out of kind of a messy divorce and I don't think she needs it right now. I don't know how I'll handle these feelings though, probably just internalize them, I guess. So yeah, how about you? Still awake as I don't want the day to end. Back when you're a kid you have all the time in the world to do what you want. You practically end the day satisfied. Now in adulthood, having to balance work, school, family, friends and internal desire, there just isn't enough time in the day to do what I want, often leaving me unsatisfied with the day. So here I am sitting in front of the monitor screen at 4 a.m. in the morning, playing video games or watching movies. I was driving home from work late this evening. I work as a server, when my car started to overheat. I quickly pulled off to the side to diagnose what was wrong, but quickly realized I don't know shit about cars and how to fix them. I called some friends and none answered because it's 1 a.m. and I can't fault them for that. Looking forward to explaining why I called so late in the morning. Enter our hero, Daryl, who happened to be walking home from work himself and asked if I needed help. He quickly figured out what was wrong with my car, a quick fix for it, and even accompanied me on the walk to the nearby gas station to get the things I needed. Once we come back to my car, he helps me get it back in shape to drive home. I had just had one of the most brutal and exhausting shifts of my life, and if not for the perfect timing and kindness of a stranger, it would have just been a monumental clusterfuck. Grateful for my community tonight, and I'm currently about to take a well-deserved shower. Cheers, mates. I quit my job a few days ago. I was sick of being treated like a child, spoken down to and accused of things I didn't do. My wife supported my decision to quit, but now I feel like I have failed her and my son. We live week to week and the extra income really helped us. I just couldn't stand being treated that way in a job I was actually good at, but I also feel I've let my family down by leaving the job. Either way, I can't win. 4:25 a.m. My girlfriend and I were about to go to sleep and suddenly she got up and started crying. I hugged her and asked if I could do anything for her and she said it was okay. She went to the bathroom to blow her nose and came back. 10 minutes later she cried again and went to the bathroom. Once again I asked her if I could do anything and she just said the same. Went to bed and she said I think we should talk, but later, tomorrow. It's late now. That was 3 hours ago and I simply cannot sleep. My grandma died yesterday, although I haven't seen her in almost 10 years. I suddenly just felt the weight of everything come crashing down on me after I got home from my mom's yesterday from helping her deal with the family drama. It's her mom. I didn't sleep until 6 a.m. and woke up way past noon. My boyfriend says I was talking in my sleep. I woke up feeling completely drained, as though I hadn't slept at all. If there's gonna be more of that tonight, then I might as well stay up. Last night some shit happened that kept me stressed and in tears till about 6 a.m. Around 7 a.m. I had another seizure. Thankfully I was on the couch. Last time I was at work, cracked my head open and had to take an ambulance. I'm in the States, so I'm not looking forward to that bill. I haven't returned to work since that happened, so about a month and a 1/2. Anyways, I've been numb emotionally since I came to after the seizure. I've also been having seizures in my sleep, so between those two things it's really hard to shut off. Thanks for asking up, and thank you as well, fellow Redditor, for reading my venting.